So the overall goal of integrating audio-video into the Petersen Museum is to enhance the stories that are being told and to enhance the user experience. Throughout the museum, we've peppered in audio and video into different portions of the exhibit and the exhibit design. Some of those exhibit designs we have video that runs on a 164-foot screen. So in the signature gallery on the first floor, currently where the Porsche Effects exhibit is, there it's really intended to basically be eye candy. So as you're walking through, you've got all of the kind of history and the culture of Porsche and what has kind of brought this kind of concept of the Porsche effect into the foreground, and what, all the things that are so engaging about Porsche. The content that we put up on the screen is there passively, so when at any point you look up, you have something that is visually engaging. If you're really kind of keen in the story that's being told, there's a lot of very useful information about, the type of vehicle it is and when it was produced and the horsepower of the engine, all of those things that the car fanatics really enjoy.
So the video system it's a series of media servers created by a company. Datatown Watchout is the software behind it, and so it allows us to easily change out content to any of the galleries. Keeps the spaces really flexible. So like on the first floor in the signature gallery, we're actually projecting a 20K image down there. It's 20,000 pixels wide, and we're able to do that, in large part due to the software.
AV helps a lot to tell the story of the vehicles that we see, particularly as a good example, Hollywood. I find that a lot of times you may be standing in the Hollywood gallery and it may be a famous car that you may not recognize right away or know right away. But if you're standing there and all of a sudden you see the lights dim and trumpets play and you see the Hollywood sign appear, then you start seeing all these clips of the cars that are in front of you. And then you recognize, oh my God, this is the Thelma and Louise car. And you're like, wow, okay, this is the one that's standing right here in front of me. So I think it does the job by kind of giving you that this is where that's from, and at least in that particular example.
As you walk through the museum, each gallery uses technology to try to introduce those certain things. So on the third floor, when you're being introduced to the history of the automobile, there's a lot of passion and a lot of compassion about cars and what they mean to people that are kind of showcased in kind of that orientation theater. It's intended to elicit emotion. You can stand there and watch the whole thing, or you can watch it 3 times, and the more you watch it, the more I think you'll take away from it. Or you can walk through it and you can look, and if you only get a 15-second glimpse of it, the mood is set for what you're experiencing and what you're going through. So at various points in the museum, the audience takes in how the audio video is used in different ways, but that's exactly the point, because every user experience is different.
The AV in the Petersen, it creates a dynamic and interactive backdrop to all of the exhibits, and it really allows the user to kind of choose their own experience. It lets them interact with the museum on their terms, and they get to choose how dynamic and how deep they want to go in each of the galleries. And I think that's pretty awesome.